Hey, what's going on, guys? Logdotzip here. Today we've got 30 building tips for all of you amazing builders out there that you can use as of Minecraft 1.14's Village and Pillage update. All 30 different ways are gonna add interesting takes on your building worlds. From special tiki huts to hot tubs, we've got it all. We've got 30 at least. And speaking of, number 1, caves. The 3 stone types now have more options to create rounded and shaped cave areas. Namely, in 1.14, wall versions and slab versions of your favorite or least favorite stone blocks finally came out. So now you can make for some interesting half-slabbed areas, stair areas, stalagmites, stalactites, very convincing caves. Number 2, gravel and andesite are now both viable as stone paths. Use them together or each alone. And we've got our body models here, and they're walking down the path, and they looking good. Yeah, honestly, look at the textures here. This is actually a pretty decent stone-looking path. It's a little rough, it looks a little nature-esque. I'm a big fan of it. You may actually have use for gravel in your worlds now. Andesite, you know, that's a different story. Number 3, the new bricks pop. Well, pop more, making them a much better candidate for very depth-oriented builds. Yes, as you can see here, the bricks really do look like they pop more. They look like they stand out a lot more on the background compared to prior. So you can use them for your 3D builds to make things, well, you know, pop. But if you're not up to bricks, how about bell towers? Number 4, they're a good way to add some builds to an area without having them be too useful, like Despise of a Village, for example. And so we just have a bunch of wood, stripped bark, we've got some fences, and we got a nice little bell tower right at the top there. This can be a great congregation monument around which your villagers gather. And if you happen to have a bow handy, makes for some great target practice too. Although it was supposed to, there we go. You gotta hit it that right spot, get that bell sound. Number 5, use signs of different wood types to shape and improve builds. This is a 1.13 one sneaking in real good here, but as you can see here, it does add a whole lot of depth to existing builds by using the same color wood alongside the counterparts. And the recent texture pack change for Minecraft's official textures makes this that much better. See, it is a 1.14 thing. Leave me alone. Number 6. I know this is obvious, but it's still worth saying. Scaffolding makes a way better table than a pressure plate. And so here we are, myself and Henzoid, trying to order a pizza here in New York, but they won't let us eat at this pizza table. It's so sad. It's an inside joke, by the way. But yeah, you can use these as tables. But speaking of scaffolding, number 7 here is also letting us know that they make for some amazing shelves. So if you've ever had anything just out of reach, and we've all been there, well, you can probably blame scaffolding blocks for it, because now you can use them to store things right on top. They look great. Also, still really easy to break. Next up, we have building tip number 8, barrels. They're great decoration for a basement or cellar area. Place these down in your dark, dilapidated basements to really add to the feel of the total despair that's probably in your basement. That's where you live, right? Number 9. The tops of smokers have bigger holes than dispensers do, making for protruding fences / rods from a wider hole. You see, some builders like to act like this rod is coming out of this hole. Well, now you can have a big old hole for your rod to go in, and it looks a little better. It's not quite as snug a fit, but hey, that's all taste. Number 10, lots of barrels together makes for one big crate. And you can still store things all up in it. Yeah, look at this. This just looks like a giant crate. Who's gonna be mad about this? Really? I mean, can we just stop and appreciate? Got the pressure plates on top, add that nice little touch, give it some sound. Best part's an actual crate. Store things. We're 1/3 of the way done. Please slap that like button if you haven't already, my friends. Number 11, for sideways, dark oak planks use cartography tables. You see, look. We've got our normal horizontal looking dark oak planks. If you want to spice things up though, grab a cartography table, get some vertical planks in here. They essentially match this dark oak plank block very, very closely, but now you've got the blocks going up and down. The planks are going up and down instead of side to side here. This is directional, so you'll have to choose a specific wall for it because as you can see, the backside tells a little bit of a different story, as backsides sometimes do. What? Speaking of sides, number 12 and 13 here are fantastic. Smithing tables tops look like industrial floors. Imagine yourself walking through an iron wrought machinery plant, and this is the bottom of the area. It looks like volcanic ash has been grifting through all these different blocks. I think I used the word grifting wrong. Number 13, the smithing table bottoms. You see smithing table? Looks good on top. Looks great on bottom. They look like mahogany and or leather ceilings. Kind of hard to see, but it's real. Kind of even looks like a picnic table, but since it's upside down, you're probably not gonna be eating anything on it. Make note of essentially all of the new blocks, guys. They all have brand new textures that we've never had an opportunity to do anything with before that we now can. Number 14, grindstones look like the legs of some very strange creatures. Yes, this looks like some kind of... what are you? This one's not much better. Look at his eyes. He's like, ugh, kill me. Sorry, man, you were born this way. You should love the way you look. Number 15. Anyways, lanterns make some nice street lights. You see, this one was a given, but we had to throw it in anyways in case people were like, well, what about street lights? Yeah, well, here they are. Check it out, number 16 from the intro. Bamboo makes a great natural support for outdoor builds. Yes, it's acting as the foundational structure for this tiki hut. What y'all cooking on up in here, huh? Hey, yo, let me get, let me get in on this. I'm trying, all right. I wish I was part of groups. Number 17, use a composter as a trash can. Yeah, that's about how I'm feeling right now, jerks. Oh, wow, oops. Shh, they'll never notice. Number 18, the new flowers are nice additions to a colorless build. That's right. Spruce things up by giving yourselves a wither rose, a lily of the valley, or a blue orchid. I don't remember the name of that one. What are you looking at? Number 19, the new shaped blocks means that you can and will use the blocks you use to use less, what, huh? That was a mouthful. Oh, oops, got the person's head on. Anyways, look, you have so many different options for walls, half slabs, and stairs now. You'll probably end up using some of these more, which means you'll find yourself using some of these existing ones from before a little bit less, which is always good. Variety is the spice of life. Speaking of spice, we got some berries. That didn't make sense. Number 20, berries can spruce up natural areas. Yeah. Throw a few bushes down, add to the grass, add to the foliage, add to the danger, because they hurt you as well. Everything seems to hurt you in this update. Number 21, the glow pattern looks like a certain YouTuber's logo. Hey, I mean, I could dig it. That's kind of Logdotzip, I suppose, you know? So, you know, thanks for making the banner, dude. That banner's mine now. Oh, that's your pants. Number 22, composters can be used as a dirty or woodland shack. Yeah, it kind of looks gross. It kind of looks like a bunch of boards were placed horizontally against like a bunch of gross old trees or something. This really does make for an interesting looking build when you stack all these together. What are you doing? Are you sacrificing this meat to the table? Okay, weirdo. No wonder he lives in a shack like that. Anyways, we move on. Number 23. The new dead bush looks more like a dead tree or sapling. It can be used to show off a cold or winter themed build. Yes, all the leaves disappear because it's winter, and it looks like this now in the transition. Way better than before, where the dead bush didn't really look like any of the saplings. Number 24. The new note blocks make a much better floor. Look at this. I like how it's kind of 3D in nature. It really does stand out more compared to the old note blocks. And what's more, look at this. Yo, disco floor, you'll be like dancing, right-clicking, punching, best day of your life. It's so funny. Oh gosh, I'm falling. No, please let me up. Oh wow, barely made it. Hey, shouts out to this cool looking world, by the way. And look at this path we've been on. It's something else. Number 25, doused campfires can be used as log piles. Yes, that's right. You can actually put out the flame on a campfire, and now it looks like stacks of wood that have been placed outside. Imagine this next to a log cabin that you have to add to the immersion of the setting that you're in. You have cut some trees up. It's time for fuel. Looking good. Plus, when you break them, it's really satisfying. Watch, break, satisfying. You get charcoal in return. Well, you get a couple, actually. How about it? Number 26, the new glass, much clearer. Making it more viable to use, especially in more modern or simplistic builds. Yes, remember the glass from before? There were so many particles up in the way, you literally couldn't see anything. In fact, if you didn't realize, at any point as of Minecraft 1.14, if you go into your resource packs, you can put on the programmer art, and what that will do right away is bring you back to the old texture version of Minecraft before 1.14. And so let's take a trip down memory lane and look at how awful this glass is. You can't see anything through it. You just see streaks of hate and sadness. And see, look at the old note blocks. I mean, look, there's a certain nostalgia. I love it, but oh, man, I honestly, I love the new textures. Like, you can actually use glass now and not feel bad about yourself. And glass panes have a similar story where you're not really seeing as much obstruction in the way. Yeah, number 27. Lower doorways from the new sneaking mechanics. So this makes for some interesting build techniques that you can employ. Right now, try and make through. Not gonna happen. Sneak, though. Suddenly, you can actually go through this. And I've let go of my sneak key, yet I'm still stuck sneaking until I pop right on out, and then it lets me unsneak. So as you can see right here, we are actually changing our hitbox level to be able to sneak under this area. You can do similar things with adjusting the floor of the ground using carpets, snow layers, trapdoors, etc. We've actually got a video coming out very soon on the brand new sneaking and crawling ability in 1.14. So you can click the eye in the corner when that eventually comes out to watch it, or just make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell, by the way, so you can see it right as it comes out. We're almost done here. Number 28, campfire under blocks for hot blocks. Yes, this looks like hot coals at a vacation spot. You want to know what's going on here? Well, I'll tell you. We got campfires right underneath, heating the whole area up. A whole line of campfires. Look at this. It looks like the cobblestone is searing hot. Same story. We can do the same kind of deal right here with our water. We got a hot tub going off right now. Again, looking down, what we see here is that we've got campfire blocks. And right underneath those campfire blocks, we've got dark oak slabs that we have waterlogged so that water can hang out inside without dousing the campfire. Lots of unique ways to take advantage of these smokestacks. We've got number 29. The new melon texture makes for a good tacky wallpaper. Yes, imagine putting this as one of your wallpapers in your zany home. I could definitely see some of y'all being into it. Weirdos. And finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. Build tip number 30. That's 30. A lot of the new block textures are great changes, but some aren't as favorable as others, and some old blocks still hold up. Make a custom blend of new and old blocks for a personalized resource pack with your pick of each one. Wait, number 30 is telling us to make a resource pack? Sounds like too much work to me, but y'all asked for 30 building tips, and you got them. We have so many different ways you can spruce up your Minecraft worlds if you use any of these tips. So let us know in the comment section below, as I said, which was your favorite. And, of course, a big shout out to my Discord fan server, which you can join by checking out the link in the description of today's video. Thanks to Henzoid for today's map, and we will see you later.